for those of you that watch the channel a lot know that I had 14 trees took out of this area across from our main home, straight across the road from our house. There's 15 trees right along the road here, 14 sorry, that we took out. We got the stumps still in the ground. The company I had do it didn't wouldn't take the stumps out, which was fine. They chipped everything up. I got a big pile of wood chips down there behind my trailer right over there. They chipped everything, and what they didn't chip, my neighbor took for firewood, which was very little. There wasn't a whole lot. So I was going to get a company to come in to do the stump grinding, but I didn't do that. I rented one because the money that I saved on renting this, which I rented this before when I had them the same company took the trees down where the greenhouse site is, did this side, and this is actually the exact same stump grinder I rented several years ago to do that site with. I'm going to do this site today, and that locust tree's been down for a while. That's the biggest gnarliest stump we got here. I'm going to start with it. So what this does is this here head is, these are carbide teeth that it spins this way. It's hydraulic, and then this head moves back and forth, and I can pull it forwards on tracks. It all runs off that. It actually runs and operates pretty simply. I almost forgot about safety on this. You guys need to watch back if you rent a stump grinder. You need to make sure you understand how to operate equipment first and foremost. You gotta wear safety glasses, which these are safety glasses. They're sunglasses, but they are safety rated. And wear your earplugs. These kind here, you just roll them up in your fingers and push it in. Hold it for just a little bit. Never wet them. They'll sweat and they'll swell up too big. They'll actually make your ears sore. Hold it in until you can hear it and feel it start swelling up, and then twist it in this one here. You can get different kinds. I like these better. You can get muffs or whatever makes you happy. I prefer earplugs over muffs. Ear muffs cover your ears, they make you sweaty. These you can still hear. It just silences. I think they're like 15 decibel rated or something, which means that if that thing runs, say that thing runs at 100 decibels, it would knock it down to 85, which isn't terrible on your ears. I don't know what it runs at. I have no idea, but every five increments in a decibel actually doubles the volume. So if you got something that's 50 decibels, to double that, it only goes to 55, not 100. But anyways, that's the tip on safety. Make sure you wear your safety equipment. I'm not gonna wear gloves because I'm just gonna run joysticks. When I go to move stuff around, I'll put on gloves, probably because there's thorns on some of these, like that locust behind me that I'm getting ready to tear out. There's a lot of thorns on it. The wood chips will be pretty sharp, but I'm going to show you this one, and I'm going to show you clips throughout, but I'm not going to show you the whole long boring process of me ripping out 15 stumps. But it's pretty cool to operate the machine, so just remember safety first. And that there's good enough for now anyways. Once I clean up, I might do a little more, but I just want the stumps low enough to mow over. That was by far the biggest one. It probably took me a half hour, 40 minutes to get that one out. The rest of them's half that size or less. They don't stick out of the ground only a couple inches. Like right here's one, for example. That's a decent sized round stump as far as that goes, you know, my hand. But it's not sticking up real far, so it shouldn't take much to get them. And that one there, I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not. There's one right there, a couple over there. They're all little. So that one there should be the worst. The rest of them should come out fairly quick and easy. 8 stumps done so far. It's going pretty good. I will flip you around and show you how they look, how the finished stump looks. So there's one there. You can see the stump. What's left of it. I don't really care a whole lot about getting it gone. I just want it down below the grass surface so I can mow over it. And then there's the wood chips and dirt mixture. What I'll end up doing is I'll just shove that back over the top of it and probably throw some rye or something down so it grows. So I got all of them ground except for that one behind that tote. They're all done. So that's what it looks like. There's a pile of dirt. I mean, there ain't much to this one. So all I'm going to do with this is just take the old trusty rake and rake it up somewhat. Just gonna somewhat rake it up, cover it over what's left of the wood chips, depending on how big the pile is. I might gather it up, take it up to the chickens, or I may put it in walkways of the garden. I don't know. So in all honesty, as far as I'm concerned, that right there is good enough for that spot. This here is right at the edge of the property line. It's kind of in the woods. I'm not worried too much about it. I'm gonna go through and do the same thing on these. The rest of these, some of those stumps I may have to grind down just a little bit more. We'll see once I start breaking them in. But we'll check it out, see what it looks like. Alrighty, so there you have it. You've seen me put break over most of the holes, not all of them, but I'll show you a few more. There's a fair bit of wood chips and soil mixed right there together. There's two pretty good sized stumps right there. I'm truly not going to concern myself with that like that. Them wood chips ain't gonna hurt nothing right there. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's that big locust stump that I did to begin with, that you watched me do. I didn't have to take any of them down more than I already did, so it's time for me to load it back onto the trailer and haul it back over to the rental store, which the rental place is just right across the half a mile or less from here where I rented it from. So I'll run it back over there. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll run it back over there and turn it in, pay for it. So it's pretty nice, handy little machine if you ever need to rent one. They are nice. They work really good. As you've seen, they work really good if the bits are sharp. I did 15 stumps in about roughly 3.5 hours, probably. Total grinding time is probably about 3.5 hours. Then covered them up. That took me 15-20 minutes. That's going to wrap this video up. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something when I was talking about safety at the beginning of it, and learning something about running a piece of stump grinder equipment. I ran it one last time, was hooked to a bobcat. That worked really good. This works good enough for small ones, but I had some big ones up above that I did last spring, about a year ago. So anyways, let's go and wrap this up until we meet again. Take care and God bless.